Hey y'all, welcome to our channel, Roaming.
And retire.
We got to visit 3 different condos in Panama while we were there last time, and we just wanted to go over what we saw.
Yeah, this first one is called Signature Point, and it is in the Bella Vista area of Panama City, just a few minutes away from El Congrejo. And this is one of my favorite ones, actually.
Yeah, we both loved this one. It was a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, and the price included all the furniture and everything was brand new. We would be the first ones living there. It's move-in ready.
Yeah, and it had a nice little balcony and a beautiful pool area. It also had a fairly large gym, and the furniture was pretty cool.
Yeah, as you can see that it was an open floor plan. The kitchen had like a little bar when you first walked in. Loved the furniture. They were putting a TV in there. It didn't have a balcony.
One thing that we have to get used to is we've been living in a house forever, and moving into a condo, there's a substantial size differential compared to where we're living now in Louisiana.
Yeah, so getting used to a smaller shoebox apartment is going to be different. But this one we loved because it basically had 2 different sides. The bathrooms were in the middle, and then the bedrooms were on opposite sides of the hall. And that's kind of cool because I need the 1 bedroom for my office, which is this, and it's beautiful.
Yeah, that is nice.
The view of the city. Location was okay. We're not familiar with that area.
Yeah, it was somewhat, I wouldn't say deserted, but there you wouldn't walk out and be able to go across the street to a grocery store or a pharmacy or anything. It's kind of like on a side street, but you could see the potential on the street that we were on.
Yeah.
They had a lot of buildings going up and shops opening, so there's potential.
Yeah, we just don't know if we want to be on a secluded area, and no one lives in the building yet. So we loved this one. It was, it had a gym, it had the rooftop pool, which we loved, and furnished. There was
about $1,400.
Yeah.
And as we've been told 100 times, everything is negotiable.
Right. So the next up was the Luxor 200, and the apartment had a small balcony. It was a great layout, had enough space for both of us. It was 2 bedrooms, 2 bath. The building itself has a pool, gym, social areas, and 24-hour security.
And looks like it was, if our notes are correct, it was in El Congrejo.
Yeah. So, and that's one of the most walkable neighborhoods in Panama City. It has restaurants, coffee shops, grocery stores. This is where we stayed the last time we went when we were getting our visa situation. Not at this apartment, but we stayed in El Congrejo area, which we fell in love with.
Yeah, it was pretty hip. I mean, you could walk out of the building and a block or two you would be in the heart of this very vibrant neighborhood in Panama City.
Yeah, as much as we liked this apartment, we did have a couple of wish list items that kept it from being perfect. We really want a king size bed, and the TV was like really, really small. So those 2 things, we talked to the owner, and she said that she could get a bigger bed and a bigger TV for us if we wanted.
The owner was there, and little did we know, she was recording or translating everything we were talking about, not thinking that she understood what we were discussing. We were kind of tickled when we found that out.
But we loved this apartment. We loved the pool, the gym, the apartment. A little small, but again, we're coming from a 3-bedroom house.
Now, was this one a 3-bedroom or a 2-bedroom?
This was a 2-bedroom.
Okay.
2-bedroom, 2 bath. Mm-hmm. There's pretty much everything that we wanted.
And it had a balcony. There we are right there looking at the balcony.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It did.
Yeah.
So this one was at the top of our list.
Uh-huh.
I think. And again, you can see there's a humidifier there, so we were kind of worried about mold. The bathrooms were completely new and redone, which I loved.
One thing about living in a condo or living in Panama City is humidity will, if it gets a hold on your living environment, it's awfully hard to stop that mold from forming. So most places have humidifiers going to keep the humidity down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we know from reading and watching videos that that's something we have to be aware of is the mold situation.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, we did love this one. Besides it being small, it wasn't an open floor plan.
Yeah, the living room was really small.
But it checked all the boxes for us.
Yes, it did.
The 2 rooms, 2 bathrooms, and a balcony, a gym,
pool,
all that good stuff.
And what was the cost for this one?
Oh, that one was $1,200.
$1,200 for.
And that was the rent, water, and gas, but not electricity.
Not electricity. You won't find a lot of condos that include electricity in their rental prices. They're out there, but they're awfully hard to find.
So at this point, the Luxor 200 jumped to the top of our list, but we still had one apartment to see.
And that one sort of surprised us. Our third and final apartment tour took us to the Coco de Mare neighborhood, one of Panama's most upscale residential areas.
The apartment was called The Moon, and it was all utilities included. So that's one thing we kind of budgeted, which we were kind of looking at could be an advantage for us because they say electricity bills fluctuate so much. And when you start renting an apartment. Anyway, this one had a beautiful view of the ocean, which Michael loved, but
we had an added feature that we could look at once we got to the balcony. Yeah, they're building another huge condo area right beside us. So
we toured this one. We loved this one. It has an open floor plan. It was fully furnished, like I said, but it was 1 bedroom, 1.5 bath.
Yeah, it really had that one box that wasn't checked. We were looking for 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. Actually, that's 2 boxes that weren't checked, but the place was it was really beautifully laid out.
Yeah.
Everything was relatively new. It just seemed bigger than the other ones, even though it's just a 1 bedroom.
Yeah, I guess if it just felt more open. So after we finished looking at this apartment, we decided to eat next door because we did love this one. And we decided to eat next door at the sushi restaurant. And with walking in the neighborhood, there wasn't very many. It wasn't very walkable.
Yeah.
And that's one thing we're definitely looking for.
Yeah.
Is really like El Cangrejo, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Where everything's just around. So this one checked off some of the boxes, except we needed 1 more bedroom and 1 more bathroom.
Yeah, we think we're gonna have to give up something to get almost everything that we're looking for.
Yeah.
But one thing that this apartment had was height. A lot of people don't anticipate noise. This apartment, I don't think would have a noise problem because it was so high up, but it was also kind of like on a side street. That's one thing that you have to be aware of. And the other thing is, which way does the sun come up and go down will be one variable that will impact your electric bill. We even bought a little app and put it on our phone, so when we go into these apartments, we can say, okay, the sun doesn't rise directly through our patio or balcony. And we are looking at all those little tips that we have learned by looking at other people's videos.
And one thing I noticed in this apartment is that it had a breeze. Like that window was open, and I guess being by the water.
And it's so high up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
this little area here is the gym, and that was really cool.
The gym was its own separate building.
Yeah, it sat above the pool.
Yes.
So Michael can work out while he watches me swim.
Or be there just in case, you
Yeah.
need some help.
To wrap it all up, this one was
$1,600.
yes, and that did cover electricity. It covered everything, so that's an option. A lot of these places are individually owned, and the owner was there, and you can negotiate. Everything's negotiable.
That's correct.
But we did like the fact that the electricity was included, because then we wouldn't have to budget for that.
Yeah, it's not unusual for a expat couple to rent a place and their first electric bill is either $6 or $7 or $500 or $600.
Yeah.
You have to be very careful, because a lot of times an expat would leave, or a renter would leave a place and not pay the last month's rent.
Mm-hmm.
So when you take it over, you become liable for the rent, for the electric not being paid. So.
Right. Hey, if you're enjoying watching our videos, please show us some love by liking and subscribing. It doesn't cost anything, and maybe share this with somebody else that's interested in going to Panama.